Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Hanrahan is letting us know we have our first tornado warning of the day just east of Binghamton, New York, as we've got a pretty solid and messy storm moving through the northeast this morning. Hey, people in the south, please be on the lookout for fog vampires. All right, that's not a real thing. I just like making a joke about it, even though it might not even be funny. We've got blizzardy conditions, or just really snowy conditions up here. And then you've got flash flood watches up in the Pacific Northwest. And then you've got fog vampires, Lost Boys style in California. Greg going postal, letting us know a November gale is blowing snow around in the upper Midwest this morning. We're talking lots of gusts over 50 miles per hour. All right, so it might not be a blizzard, but it's definitely a winter gale. Isn't that wonderful? Mike's weather page is letting us know you've got bigger South Florida rains building in from the Gulf this AM with continued action for Interstate 4. Current radar here ahead of all approaching front, pulling up from the week's front, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's a decent bit of weather happening today. It's calm and cool in North Dakota, so much that the tumbleweeds are blowing around town. Be on the lookout for gunfighters, though, because there's always gunfighters when there's tumbleweeds, right? Maybe? Question mark? Asterisk? I hope everybody out there had a very happy and wonderful Veterans Day yesterday. Hope you guys don't mind. I was a little sad because I missed my dad and my stepdad, who were both in the Air Force, and my dad's brothers, Chuck, Bob, and Butch. They were all in the military. They've all passed on. So yesterday was a Saturday for me. But thank you to all the soldiers out there and to all the soldiers who have ever served. You know, keeping hope alive as the people try and figure out what we're going to do with the future of the United States of America. The USA said it is worried that Russia is going to invade the Ukraine. And I guess we're also worried that China is going to invade Taiwan, and cryptocurrencies seem to be invading the USA. Remember, everyone's complaining about crypto and inflation. Everyone's complaining about inflation, but China's not really having any inflation. I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that they don't allow crypto in their country. General Electric split into 3 companies, and Johnson & Johnson just split into 2 companies. So I guess corporations are doing the amoeba thing now all of a sudden for some reason. Hey, if I hadn't mentioned it before, there is a chance for tornadic outbreak for the Northeast. And yeah, that includes you, people in the city of New York. It is definitely blowing and windy in the Dakotas with quite a bit of snow and flags that are flying for sure. The Northeast is getting the wet stuff as heavy rain is tracking through central New York and eastern central Pennsylvania. And it'll track towards I-95 later this morning. Apparently I-95 is a very popular highway that everybody up there loves. And remember, China and India aren't really getting along either. India is paying a high price for its stubbornness, says China's state-affiliated media. Hujin GD. They replaced serious consultation with China with the threat of allying with the U.S. As a result, they will have a very expensive border. Get used to it slowly. Oh. It's reported that 43% of all males aged 18 to 29 have bought cryptocurrency, but people over 29, not so much. Only 16% of adults have. I guess they don't count 18-year-olds and 29-year-olds as adults. That's not cool, Forbes. The internets were in an uproar yesterday about whether or not Gambit was the lamest of all X-Men. The Dutch government is expected to announce a partial lockdown in response to the winter COVID surge. James Wilson is announcing first snow of the season ahead due to the just winter surge. Today is one of those days where the number is the same forwards as backwards. 1, 2, 11, 2, 1. Everybody keeps saying, thanks God it's Friday. Germany had a record-breaking 50,000 cases the day before yesterday. And to put that in comparison, that is almost double the amount of cases in a single day they've ever had. So that's not good news. And then, so today they reported 49,000 cases, which is still almost double what the worst cases they've had during the first two waves. So yeah, I'm just letting everybody know that, Dark Winter 2 is probably not going to be any fun. I mean, just overall collectively compared to years before when we didn't have any type of pandemic ongoing. I'm sure there will be moments of fun, especially during holiday season. You got THORnews 9-year anniversary coming up on the 23rd. You got Thanksgiving. You got Kwanzaa. You got Hanukkah. You got Christmas. You got my birthday. You got New Year. Hopefully we'll have some fun in there. You know what I'm saying? Dashiell Bennett is like, hey, why don't we just tie up all the waiting ships in a line from LA to Shanghai and then build a high-speed rail on top of their decks? We've still got major shipping issues. China has been getting hit by some super duper fierce snow, bro. Like heavy stuff. Super heavy stuff. As they're getting some record cold in some spots. And definitely a decent winter. Here you can see a house was seen collapsing due to the strong winds. Many vehicles on the roads were blocked because snow is more solidy than water. Well, I mean, in a different regard. Local residents struggled to walk. Yeah, man. These sheep escaped from a shed just before the roof collapsed. I remember China had gone back into partial lockdown too. Russia just ended its 10-day lockdown. But their cases numbers are still high. Fortunately, that lady was not hurt. The highest warning signal has been issued in multiple cities. So yeah, it's a pretty big blizzardy snow run, breaking local records in China. Wind speeds reached 75 kilometers per hour, which is like, I think, 90 here in the U.S. I don't know. And only one casualty has been reported. So that is good news. We are expecting winter to hit here eventually. I don't know. It's still supposed to be like 81 degrees in 10 days here in Texas. So, but like I said, I know by the Dakotas it's cold. I'll tell you again. I warned you there was going to be some weird demonic shit this month. Around the new moon, and then it would manifest probably around the full moon on the 18th and 19th. And so we had the 9th death report at the Travis World Astro Scott Festival in Houston. And so, yeah, the vibe is strange, and Santa was glued to a TV today on a police chase that ended in a shootout with the driver getting killed. So, yeah, just expect it to be kind of a super weird holiday season, man. Strange Sound says there was a lightning apocalypse as more than 1.3 million bolts strike Australia overnight. Vicious thunderstorms bring record rainfall and flooding. Oh, so yeah, lightning apocalypse. It was definitely lightning-y down in the Bobby Down Under. And so the moon is supposed to be, I think, eclipsing Algol, which is for thousands of years has been known as like the demon star. And so anytime that happens, over thousands of years, they've said very bad events happen. Well, sometimes they say within 3 months. But so I will be keeping you posted. I've been doing a lot of research on Algol, the demon star, and it's pretty spooky. We'll talk about that later, though. Definitely get a chance to check out the sky at night as soon as the sun goes down, because you'll see the moon, Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus, which I've found really neat. Joe Weisenthal, a factory that's responsible for 40% of Canada's beef supply, just voted to go on strike. And so, yeah, dude, things are going to be weird. And to combat inflation, I haven't eaten for 2 days. So I hope that helps. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be, the next 6 weeks are going to be dicey. And then America's still in that weird cold Civil War point where both sides are still really mad at both sides. You know what I looked at? So in the last election, only 150 million people voted. So that means there are 180 million people in the United States of America who didn't even vote, man. So, I don't know. Just somehow we got to figure out how to work it out, come together and have more of a communal, hey, let's just try to get through life and enjoy life and make it together without arguing about everything. Luke Kawa is talking about thinking about reshoring and building more resilient supply chains post-pandemic. But then are businesses really incentivized to incur the costs that would allow them to better prepare for these 100-year storms? They didn't do it this time, and stock prices are at all-time highs, and crypto prices have hit all-time highs too. So definitely, it seemed like the pandemic and all the fighting and all the shit that's going on, it really works out for crypto and the stock markets, as usual. Yeah, I don't get depressed often, but when I do, it goes in pretty deep. I need to snap out of it. Anyway, Eric Fisher, after a stormy evening tomorrow, another system dives in on Saturday evening. This one looks very potent. Could see some lightning and downpours and perhaps a mixed bag of things falling from the sky. Oh, he's talking about rain and hail and snowflakes across hot terrain to end. All right, so this would be on the 12th, which is today, the 13th. And then, like I said, we'll probably get another storm, and we're on the lookout for a possible Thanksgiving Day storm. And usually, in a 5-day window after an eclipse, here at THORnews, we look for a pretty major storm. And that would make it around the 23rd, ish. And so we'll just have to see, man. And Arby's says it plans to sell a line of vodka that tastes like French fries. Well, for the people who are like, capitalism sucks, here's your counterproof, bro. I don't know. I thought it was weird. This kind of weirded me out. Or just, I didn't know this, but did you know that the United Kingdom had a working subway in 1863? There was a 5.7 New Zealand earthquake 17 hours ago. Nice anticyclonic wave breaking set to occur over the Atlantic. May see some upper lows hanging around as a result. And oh yeah, I just remembered, I'm still in my middle of the month THORnews November fundraising push. So I should probably keep my video close to 10 minutes. And this one's at 13. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Probably do another one in a couple hours or two. Hope you have a great day. And if you would like to help save THORnews and keep THORnews up and running through the end of the year, I do think I've done a tremendous job as your planetary defense commander. Not only this year, the year before that, and technically for the 7.5 years that I've been doing planetary defense commander, and for the 9-year anniversary of THORnews, which is on the 23rd of November, and then you have Thanksgiving on the 25th. And then we have, the holidays. And so any type of a donation or contribution would be greatly appreciated. It always puts a big smile on my face when I get a contribution or even a letter in the mail, so you can send a letter in the mail. I got a PayPal, a Venmo, a CashApp, a Patron. Only $825 left to raise because you guys are so awesome to me. So I try to be awesome back. So thank you very much to Asteroid Fight Club. Thank you to Bruce. And I will definitely go get some Taco Bell as instructed. When you guys give me cool instructions, I always follow them. Thank you to JCR. Thank you to Catherine. Thank you to Amy. Thank you to Greg. Thank you to Carmen. Thank you to Andrea. Thank you to Michelle. Thank you to Sunlight, Starlight, Angel. Thank you to Nancy. Thank you to Cody. Thank you to DWP. Thank you to the Texas Angel. Thank you to the Wizard of Oz. Thank you to Alexis. Thank you to Lauren. Thank you to Richard. Thank you to Barbara. Thank you to Glenda. Thank you to Arnica. Thank you to Light, Soul. Thank you to Dan. Thank you to Marlita. Thank you to Brian. Thank you to Ann. Thank you to KJ. Thank you to Max. And thank you to everybody who's cool out there. I'll be talking to y'all in the near future. God bless everyone and stay cool. Have a great week and